All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, did I say video? I meant live stream. My bad. I'm so used to doing videos that I always forget, man. You got to start this podcast off by saying, "Welcome to another podcast." I know it's been a while. Everybody has been messaging me, "Jay, what happened? Jay, what happened?" Nothing happened, man. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Decided to go ahead and do, I know it's July 4th, so happy July 4th to you guys. I decided to go ahead and whip things out and go ahead and give you a live podcast on July 4th. I'm actually using another setup here. I'm using the dashboard I'm using the web setup. So you guys let me know how you think this sounds. I'm still using my Blue Yeti, but I'm just using the web setup because I decided to do it on my Mac. Doing it on the Mac is a little different, It's different. The dashboard looks really cool, and it's got like this on air and all that kind of stuff. Really, really cool. So go ahead and share this if you will. I'll try not to start off my podcast by saying, "Welcome to another video." My bad, guys. So, 4th of July, OnePlus 5, Moto Z2 Play, Galaxy Note, iPhone season, all going on right now. All of these things are happening right now, and they are happening right before our eyes. I wanted to talk about the Moto Z2 Play. Shout out to Grant S. He definitely has got some nice videos up on it. He basically has covered everything that I was going to cover on it. And I appreciate him taking care of that in my absence. He took care of business in my absence, But no, I wasn't really absent, guys. But the Moto Z2 Play, I know you guys are wondering when I'm going to review it. And yes, I ordered the Moto Z2 Play at launch. And I'll give you some coverage on it. I'll say that, you will get some coverage on it. I know I'm a little late with this podcast, but it's July 4th, and I wasn't planning on actually doing a live podcast today, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and knock this out. Moto Z2 Play. Now, when you look at the specs on the Moto Z2 Play, you might think, well, why would I buy this over the Moto Z Play? Well, I think the updated design is more than enough reason to buy it over the current Moto Z. Now, you can get a great deal on the Moto Z Play now that the Moto Z2 Play is out. But the design, basically the size of the phone is actually the same. It's just a matter of the thickness, and the aesthetics of the phone. It looks different. To me, it looks a heck of a lot better. It's got the metal back and everything. I really like it. I feel like the Moto Z2 Play is a mild upgrade, but it's not an upgrade for price. What they did was they gave us just a minor bump in processor. They probably could have just left the 625 in there and then just lowered the price, and that would have made it even more attractive. But the 626, while I have no experience with it yet, I don't foresee us seeing major gains in performance over the 625. Now, again, they updated the design of the phone. They did, certain things to make it kind of appealing to us. I know people are going to ask me, "Hey, Jay, is it worth getting? Should I go ahead and buy this phone?" And I'm going to say, hey, if you're in the market for another Moto device, or if you're in the market for a phone, definitely pick this one up over the current generation. Or it is the current generation now, but pick it up. I mean, get the latest if you can, and if the price doesn't go down on the Moto Z, the last gen Moto Z, you definitely want to pick up the current gen Moto Z Z2 Play. I'm totally a fan of the Moto Z line. I've reviewed, just big time. I've reviewed Moto phones like crazy, and the Moto Z Play, you guys know the footage is still there. It is one of my top devices for 2016. Heading into 2017, it's still a fantastic device. And like I said, I did buy the Moto Z2 Play, and I feel like it's going to be a hit amongst Moto enthusiasts. What I really am excited about is the new Moto mods. They brought out a new JBL speaker. I think and you can actually get that free. There's a lot of deals on the Moto Z2 Play right now. So, it's going to be a great phone probably. And I've been listening to other people speculate about it, how it's sluggish and it's not. I don't pay any attention to that. Grant is the only person whose video I've watched. Grant S. He's the only person that I've watched in my absence from YouTube. It's not the only person I've watched, but his video on the Moto Z2 Play is what I meant to say. Is the only one that I've watched. I haven't watched anybody else's because I don't want to taint my view of the phone prior to getting it. And Grant keeps a very neutral stance on devices when he's reviewing. Nonetheless, shout out to Grant S. Now, OnePlus 5. Did I buy the OnePlus 5? No, I didn't. Several people are asking me, am I going to review certain phones? They're asking me, am I going to review the OnePlus 5? I do plan on getting it. I'm not going to lie. I do plan on getting it. And they keep asking me about the Key 1, the BlackBerry Key 1. Right now, the Key 1 is definitely not on my radar anymore because that price is still too high for me. $550, I just don't see it. I don't see me doing it. But as far as the OnePlus 5, yes, I will bring that phone in. It's not something that I'm just totally jumping up and down excited about. Because one could argue that, why get the Moto Z2 Play when you can get a OnePlus 5? Well, to me, it's a matter of preference in hardware and software. There's just a lot that goes on with that cameras. The OnePlus 5 probably doesn't have the best cameras, and that's what we've been hearing. The chatter online is that it doesn't have the best cameras, so who knows? Only owners of the phone. Some people get behind a phone and they blow like the wind. Like if it's good at the moment, they'll say, "Oh, this is the best phone in the world." And OnePlus owners, not all. I'm not taking a shot at OnePlus owner, but some people I do a lot of watching. I'm in a lot of streams. Even if I don't say anything, you might think I'm not there. I'm still supporting people though. And I listen to the conversation on the OnePlus 5, and some people are just flat out saying it's the best, and I just don't see it. It's totally subjective. I'm not saying they're wrong. I just don't feel like it's the best. I still feel like the U11 is probably the top phone to purchase right now. And that's just my opinion. I'm not saying they're wrong and I'm right, but I think the U11 is top dog right now. And I have all the flagships. Remember, I have the big dogs. So I feel like the U11 is top dog right now. That's just my opinion on it. Now, I do need to grab the OnePlus 5, but I don't foresee the OnePlus 5 making me like it more than the U11. I don't see it. I got a Quad HD display. I definitely have better cameras. There's no cameras touching the U11, whether people want to accept it or not. That's my point of view on it. Some people say different. But I just feel like the OnePlus 5 is probably a great phone, but it's just for specs. It's just for something to talk about. That's what people get that phone for. The software can't be that great because obviously I owned OnePlus before and I own OnePlus now. And, the OnePlus 3T is still a very suitable device. But OnePlus 5, you will see it on the channel. When? I don't know. BlackBerry Key 1, you will see it on the channel. When the price goes down. Definitely when the price goes down. Galaxy Note and iPhone season is coming. And, the Galaxy Note 8, I just published a video, Monday Smartphone News yesterday. The Galaxy Note 8 is coming and I'm excited about it. If you've been a Note user since the beginning, then you're excited too. The Note line is just Samsung's best offering. But the problem with that is the Galaxy S8 and the Galaxy S8 or the Galaxy S8 Plus and S8, they're fantastic. So why do I need to go with the Note? It's going to cost more, and these phones are already pretty expensive, even though you can get some great deals on them. Why go with the Note right now? The Note 8, you're getting it for the S Pen pretty much. And that's about all I can think of, because it's probably going to have, they're not going to do that many upgrades on it. It's going to have a few tweaks here and there. It pretty much looks the same. You just get an S Pen. And, hey, Samsung fans, sorry if that hurts your feelings, but that's pretty much just what it is. Now, as far as the iPhone goes, the iPhone, this might be the biggest change we've seen with an iPhone. I mean, this is going to be huge for an iPhone. iPhone users should rejoice. Because this will probably be the biggest upgrade you ever get, But we shall see. We'll see about that. The new iPhone that's coming out, I don't know what it's going to look like. I have no clue. Well, I do have somewhat of a clue, but those renders aren't final. So, you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt. There's all still rumors. We're still 3 months out from the iPhone and possibly 3 months out from the Note. But we love the rumors. We love the tech junk. We're tech junkies. We love it. This is all we know. We know we have to get out here and we have to check out these rumors and we got to stay with the leaks. We have to do it. There's just no getting around it. This is what we live for if we're in the tech community. We want to see what's coming and we want to get it in our hands. And that's just how it is. So with the upcoming devices like the Note and also the Moto X4, I just tweeted about that. Let's back up just, the Note is coming, the iPhone is coming, and both of those are going to be great. I don't really care how well they sell. Some people get stuck on how well phones sell. It doesn't matter if you're not a shareholder, so who cares about that? That's just a topic that people want to use when they have nothing else to use. Well, it sold better. It's kind of lame, in my opinion, to argue about stuff like that. However, the Moto X4, now that's something that I'm totally interested in. A new leak came out with a new design. Now, obviously, it looks like the current phones from Moto. However, it's got like a metal-looking, glass-looking back. I don't know what it is. It is awesome. It looks great. So that's going to be something to hold on for, I'm still excited about the Moto Z2 Play. And I will have coverage on it. I will have coverage on the OnePlus 5. I will have coverage on the BlackBerry Key 1. And I'll have coverage on the Note 8 and the iPhone 8 or whatever it's going to be called. I'm going to cover these phones at my pace, though, because, again, I get a few sponsors, but when you have to pay for things yourself, it gets kind of pricey. So I'm maintaining at this point. I'm doing really good on the channel, bringing you all the coverage of the latest phones. It gets tough, but I'm still doing it for you. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Now, this podcast, I want to thank you guys. There's a new number that's out, and I can't believe it. It seems like when I took some time off, people really got on board. I'm currently sitting at 2,146 subs here on this live stream podcast, and I appreciate it, guys. You're going to get longer podcasts coming up. I keep reiterating that to you because I think people keep asking me about that. And I keep telling them I'm going to do a longer podcast. Just let me quarterback this thing. So I appreciate you guys for stepping in and stepping up and keeping J. Will on the map. It's very difficult to run all these different channels and things like that. It's very difficult to produce the videos that we produce. All this stuff is expensive and it's costly to the YouTuber, and you don't get much of a return on it. Financially, there's not much return. I think any real YouTuber would tell you that doesn't have millions of subs. You're not getting that much return on it. It's going to take you a while to catch up and get the return on what you're putting out. So, nonetheless, I think the direction I'm definitely going to go in is more podcasts, not just doing it every Tuesday. But I'll leave that up to you. You decide whether or not you want me to do more podcasts or not. And because I think the podcasts are a lot of fun. There's a live chat for the podcast. And you can interact directly right away. There's just a lot of things I like about doing a podcast. And I think it's fun. YouTube is fun, but doing a live podcast is really a lot of fun. It's like having your own radio show. It's really cool. But you guys tell me, do you want longer podcasts? Do you want me to do more podcasts, like instead of just one a week? Do you want me to do, well, you already told me you want longer podcasts, but do you want me to do multiple podcasts in the week, or do you want me to keep it at just one, to keep things flowing at a smooth pace for now? You let me know, and I'll be happy to oblige if I can. Yeah, it is July 4th, 2017. I thank you guys for taking time out of your day to listen to your man, J. Will. I really like the interacting with the people that subscribe to my YouTube channel, and now the people that are subscribed to my Spreaker podcast. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate the support. One direction I might move in is doing a video live stream podcast at the same time, where you can do video and do the live podcast at the same time. And I might decide to do that. I might do that. But again, those are things that I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think, if that's the direction you want me to go in. So for now, go ahead and share this podcast on all your social media. Get the word out that J. Will is still here and is here to stay. And I'm going to try to bring you as much coverage on smartphones as I can. Remember to head over to smartphoneconversations.com. That is my website, where I post randomly thoughts on things that I like to talk about smartphones. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Time's up.